Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if you can see everything okay. Hello. Awesome. So we have Zarina here. We have Manuela. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. We have James, Serena. We have Sonia. Oh, all my people are here. TJ, hello. Oh, so excited. Good. Everything sounds good. Oh my God. Hi. Awesome. So glad you guys could make it tonight. This is going to be a good reading. I can feel it. I can tell there's going to be a really, really good message here. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So before we start, I want to know who's here. So introduce yourselves, tell us where you're from, and most importantly, I want to know how everyone is feeling. If there was one word you can use to describe how you're feeling, how are you guys feeling tonight? So I'm going to look into the comments while we wait. I'm going to let people come in, and then we're going to get started with the official video. So Serena says loading. James, you're welcome. Kenya is anxious. Okay, what are you feeling anxious about? Let us know. I know that things are definitely changing right now. Liliana, Capricorn from Houston, and she's feeling confused. All right. Feeling a little bit down. Okay. Emily from Texas. Hey, feeling introspective. Awesome. Queen of Cups 1106 from LA. Hello, welcome. Jessica Barella. Hi, feeling motivated. Those of you who are here who have ordered private readings, I'm going to be getting those out in the next couple of days. Sonia is feeling at peace. Lovely. Carol feeling optimistic. Awesome, guys. Awesome. And we have Myzia, hurt, done, but super confident of the future. Yeah. That's probably where most people are at right now. Judy, feeling anxious. Lots of changes needed in my life. Yep. All right, guys. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. I am super excited to have you guys here. Super excited for tonight's reading. So we're going to go ahead and officially get started now. So welcome. This reading tonight is going to be specifically a soulmate reading. So if you normally come to my readings, I do like a love and life portion, but today we're just going to focus just on love because I know that's the area of life where you guys are probably having the most changes. And then from that, other changes in your life are happening. So I hope that tonight's reading can give you guys some clarity and get you guys the right mindset for February. So this is going to be a full length reading with an oracle spread. So get comfortable, take notes, get some water, get a snack, and we are going to be starting. But before we start, we have a special guest joining us tonight, and I have a special announcement. So one of my Rising community members, Nicole, is here tonight. She is going to be moderating the comments. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask them to her, like about like booking and things like that. You can ask her. I'm so thankful to have her here just to make sure everything runs smoothly tonight. And her and I actually connected last year in Rising Community. And we've been working together privately, learning tarot. So hopefully in the future, one day you guys will get to see her as a reader because she is so amazing. She reads for me and I'm always blown away. So thank you, Nicole. Welcome, Nicole. And the second announcement tonight is that in February, I'm going to start offering live, small, intimate group readings and webinars. So I'm so excited because I've been wanting to do this for a while, but have just kind of been waiting till the right time. So these are going to be really small readings specifically geared around a certain topic. And because they're smaller, I'll be able to actually talk to you. I'll be able to get to know you. I'll get to know like what's going on with you. And I'll be able to pull a card for you, which I love doing here live, but it's just so hectic when there's so many people. So in those sessions, I'll be able to do that. So the first small group reading is going to be next weekend, February 1st, and it is called Goddess Night. And that is going to be a reading for the divine feminine energy. Because I know most of you that watch my channel, you guys carry the divine feminine energy, the goddess energy, or you're stepping into that. So that's going to be a reading specifically for those of you who want to know how to navigate that energy for February. Or if you're a divine masculine and you want to learn about the divine feminine, that's going to be a perfect thing for you there, because that energy is changing and the way to use that is changing. So I want to talk specifically about that. So that'll be about a 2-hour thing. So the second night is going to be on February 2nd, and that's going to be God Night, and that's going to be for the divine masculine. So you can join if you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine who wants to know about the divine masculine energy and what they are facing, because we're going to touch on it tonight, but they are definitely facing a different type of energy. And I think that it'll be really informative, especially those of you who are divine feminine. So like I said, it's going to be a small group in each one, just 10 spots for each one. Each one is going to be $29.99, and everyone that comes is going to get a card pulled for them. You're going to get a recording of the reading, and if you are in Rising Community, you're going to get that recording in the members area. But if you want to join live, you'll have to reserve a spot. And if you can't join us live on those dates, you can always submit your question and you can ask in advance. And when you get the recording, you'll get to see it. If you don't come live, I will have the recording available for purchase at a later date. So Nicole's going to give you guys some info in the chat. The info is in the description box below. So I'm super excited about that and so excited to connect with you guys deeper, more one-on-one, because that's what I love to do. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's get started here. Before we start, I want to just set an intention here so that God, the universe, our angels, our guides all know what we are looking for. So I'm just going to really quick tune in, and then we'll get started with the reading. Okay. I ask that I receive the messages for everyone here tonight, the messages that are for the highest good of all, messages that are going to provide clarity and guidance for everyone here going into February. I know that there's a message for everyone here tonight, so please use me as a channel to deliver this message, and so it is. All right, guys, so let's get started. Okay, so most important messages in love for everyone here tonight. What does everyone need to know? Where do they need to focus? What do they need to do? What can they expect? And what's going on with their partner, their soulmate? Okay. Okay. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start. So your overall energy, we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling this, or you're kind of moving through this, or you're understanding this. Okay. How you're currently thinking right now, we have the Page of Wands. So this is what you're moving on to. How you are feeling right now, we have the 5 of Cups. How you're feeling about the connection, we have the 2 of Swords. Lots of decisions to be made right now. And hopefully tonight we start to get clear on what those decisions need to be. Okay, the challenge is going to be the Knight of Wands. What to do? We have the Four of Coins. And the outcome of this reading, we have the Four of Cups. Now, for them, your person, their overall energy, we have the Sun. How they are thinking about you. We have the Knight of Cups. How they're feeling about you. We have the Nine of Swords. Big time. Okay, how they feel about the connection. We have the Page of Swords. And I'm going to talk lots about this. This is so important. The challenge for them is the Page of Cups. The action for them is the Five of Swords. And the outcome here, Seven of Swords. So as you guys can see, like super challenging energy here, okay, on both sides. And that's what I want you guys to understand is it's not just you. Like it's not just you that may feel that way or may not know what to do or may have anxiety or choices, decisions to make. It's both. But look at what the bottom of the deck is. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Like you're both thinking about each other. You're both thinking very, very heavily about this connection. It's not like one of you is just like off living your life, okay, and just, you know, no cares at all. So that's another thing you have to understand too. Side with them is not an accurate representation of what's going on the inside. And that's why we really have to start going by what we feel and not by what we see, because you can get really, really upset by what you see. So the overall energy for you is we have the Three of Swords. Okay, so like a lot of you said, a lot of you guys are feeling hurt. A lot of you guys are feeling confused. A lot of you guys are feeling anxious. What this card is really telling me is that you had an expectation and that expectation was not met. You know, you may have thought things were going a certain way, or you thought that you guys are on track to doing this and this specific timeline, it was going to happen in this way. And the expectation just was not met. But again, it doesn't mean that good things aren't happening. It doesn't mean that the universe isn't working in your favor. And what you have to understand is that the universe is working for you, even when it doesn't look like it, even when it feels like this. And look what's underneath this, the Six of Cups. So right now, more than ever, you're both thinking about the past. You're both thinking about everything you guys had and all the memories. And, you know, you're probably both thinking right now, like, did I make that all up? Like, was I crazy? Like, what's wrong with me? But no, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, this is just there's just a cycle. This is just a cycle. And this is what the universe has for you right now. Okay. But remember this, keep this in mind. This is the underlying energy, Two of Cups here. Now, their overall energy, we have the Sun. So for them, what the Sun is telling me is that a lot of them have been illuminated about something. You know, a lot of them were in the dark about something for a long time, and that was intended. It was intended for them to have that smaller understanding, but now that their consciousness and their understanding is growing, is expanding, this is making the path much easier for them. Because for you, the person watching this video, and most of you are likely the divine feminine energy, you're likely the spiritual leader in the connection. You've had a greater understanding of this for a long time. You know, you've had a greater understanding of this for a long time, and they're just now coming online about this. They may not have understood why have things been so difficult? Why have they have to, you know, be this way? Why are they acting this way? They didn't understand you, but now they're starting to understand you. And that was definitely a theme throughout a lot of my readings this month, was like they're coming online, they're understanding, they're finally seeing your worth. And for a lot of you, when you were around this person, they didn't see your worth. They didn't understand the love and the care that you were bringing towards them. They didn't get it. You know, they may have thought it was extra, you know, or they may have thought that it was great, but they didn't see the value in it. But likely there's been a situation that's happened in their life where they're like, man, I could really use that now. Like I could really use someone who would care about me and love me that way right now. So the way that they are thinking about you is the Knight of Cups. So they're very introspective towards you right now as well. They're going back in time. They're going back and they're looking at the things you did and they're looking at the things you said and they're finding the deeper underlying reason or meaning to those things. They're looking back and going, you know, I didn't really get when they did that, or I really didn't get when they said that, but now I do. And now they're having like to piece the whole thing together now. So that's where they're at. They're trying to piece the whole thing together. And some of them have pieced it together, but others of them are still trying to figure it out. But for others of you, they're figuring out, but they're in these other situations. Like they're figuring out, but they may be in another relationship or they may be married or they may be in a situation where it doesn't allow them to access you easily. It's not just like a 1, 2, 3, oh, hey, we're back together. Like a lot of you have over this past year, 2018, your lives have like taken totally different directions. Some of you guys don't even live in the same state or city or even country. You know, so it's like great that, you know, they can figure things out, right? That's awesome. But it doesn't mean that things are easy. And that's the thing with the 9 of Swords here and how they feel about you. It's not like it's easy to get to you either. Like they can say anything they want to say, but for a lot of you, you may not even want to hear it at this point, you know? So that's what brings them anxiety here. That's what they're worried about. That's what they are. Some of them are worried, like, did I mess this up? Is it too late? Like, do I have another chance? And that's where a lot of them are getting stuck right now. They're getting stuck with, you know, maybe I messed up. Maybe my chance is gone. Maybe I won't have that opportunity. And this depends on how determined your person is. This depends on how, like how much of a go-getter are they? And for some of you, they may not be like super big go-getters, or they may not have a lot of confidence in them. Or for some of you, maybe they did you really dirty. Maybe they hurt you really bad. And they're like, oh, wow, I like really kind of messed up here. So that's what they're nervous about. That's what they're anxious about. So what does this mean for the connection for them? Page of Swords. They're gonna try and test the waters. They're gonna be watching you from afar. They're not just gonna charge back in. Okay. Some of them will, and again, that depends on their temperament, like what type of person they are. But for a lot of them, they're gonna be watching from the sidelines. You know, they might be, you know, asking their friends who know you, you know, oh, how are they doing? What are they doing? Are they dating anyone? Or they might be looking at you on social media and seeing what you're doing. Okay. It's not going to be super direct. Or they might send you like a little text like, hey, just to see what your response is. But there may not be a lot behind it. There may not really be any real purpose for it. Or it just may not have a lot of depth, a lot of substance. But what they are trying to do is they're trying to test the water. They're trying to see where it would go. So what does this mean for you, you know, as a person watching this video? This means it's your time to shine. You know, it's your time to shine. It's your time to really show them, like, this is what I'm doing. Like, this is what I've been doing since you've been doing whatever you've been doing. You know, I haven't just been sitting here, you know, just like not doing anything. You know, or maybe you have. Maybe you've been spending this time getting right with yourself. Maybe you've been spending this time getting to know yourself. But now it's time to really like move forward in life and show them, hey, I can do life without you. You know, like I can really be my own self-starter. I can really like accomplish my dreams and accomplish my goals without you. You know, what you did, it may have hurt me. Because let's be honest, a lot of you guys are likely hurt or disappointed. And it's like, yeah, you did hurt me or you did disappoint me, but I didn't let it kill me. I didn't let it knock me down. I'm going to keep going. And that's what you have to show them, is that you're going to keep going no matter what. So let's let's pop back up to you. Okay, how you're thinking right now. We have the Page of Wands. So on that note, a lot of you may have, something in mind that you want to do. Like 2019, you're probably like, this is my year. Like, this is the year I'm going to do that one thing that I've been putting off this whole time. This is the year that I'm going to take that trip. This is the year that I'm going to lose that weight. This is the year I'm going to go back to school. This is the year that I'm going to do this and this and this and that. You have an idea, you have a vision, you have a plan that you're going on. Or if anything, this is the year that you're just going to love yourself. You're just going to be focused on yourself and be passionate about yourself. We have the Five of Cups and how you're feeling. So you definitely feel that loss. You do feel the disappointment of that person, because like I said, I think by now a lot of you thought like, okay, like they would have worked their thing out, I would be working my thing out, and we would probably be on track toward doing something, and it just may not have worked out that way, and that's okay, because I think another lesson that was learned was about divine timing. It's not about your time, it's about God's time, the universe's time. And understanding that, things don't necessarily go the way we want it to go, but sometimes that's for our greater good. Sometimes that's for a bigger reason that you can't see down the line. And that's the thing. It's like, that's where I feel like a lot of you guys are probably like, you felt this way, but then you're also at peace, or you feel this way and you also know everything's going to be fine. Because you have something else that you're focused on. You have something else that is more important. Yourself and your path and your vision. That's the most important thing. That's where the focus is. So for you, how you feel about the connection, it's a choice right now. And this is going to be a choice that's going to be different for everyone, depending on your specific situation. For some of you, your situation is less complex. There's less moving pieces. There's less logistical things. So in those cases, the decisions may be, okay, I can wait this amount of time. And not saying that you should wait, but it's like, depending on the situation, some of you may say, okay, like, I'm just going to kind of see what happens. I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to keep focusing on myself. I'm going to keep building what I'm building. And I'm just going to, hold space for that person, and I'm just going to see what happens. But for others of you, your situations may be a lot more complex. That person may really be in a very, very intense, complicated situation where you're having to really decide, like, what am I going to do? What's going to be best for me? And that may bring about a lot of changes with the direction that you were going in. Either way, no matter what kind of like side of that you fall on, there definitely is going to be a difference in the way that I feel you're living your life. The way that you were living life in 2018 is probably not the same way you're going to be living life in 2019. And for some of you guys, that's like the best thing, right? For some of you guys, you're like, thank God, 2018, leave that in the past, So this decision, this choice you're making is going to be super, super dependent on where you see your life going, what your vision is, and where this person is going and where their vision is. But the thing is that you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision. It's not, oh, well, let me kind of see what this person. No, you make the choice, not them. They're looking at you. They're looking at you like, what are you going to do? You're the one that's making the choice. So it's totally up to you. It's in your hands. And that's the thing about the divine feminine energy right now, especially if you resonate more with that, like if you resonate more with my channel, it's really up to you. It's really up to you. But you have to decide, if you're going to keep doing the same thing you've been doing, you have to be open and understand that you could end up in the same cycle over again. And I think that the people who are really going to win right now are the people who are going to decide to do something different. Because if this person knows your patterns, if they kind of know how to get around you, they kind of know what to say to get you back, or they kind of know that, if they give you a little bit of time, you're going to calm down or you're going to be there, you're not going to be able to do anything different. It's when you do something different, that you take a different route, that you show them a different way, that's when they're going to get scared. That's when they're going to say, oh, whoa, wait, they're actually really changing. They're really going to do that. That's when they're going to wake up. That's when they're going to say, okay, I get it. I see it. Now, the challenge for you is that when it comes to doing something different, it may be a little, scary, or it may be, you may not know. There may be a route you want to go down, but you're like, I have no idea how to do that. I have no idea how to start a business. I have no idea how to sign up for school. I have no idea what gym to go to. I have no idea what to eat on this diet. I have no idea. But that's okay. You don't have to know everything, but you do have to move, and you have to move in the direction that you're passionate about, because what you're passionate about, what your heart wants, what your dreams are, what your vision is, that is literally a roadmap to happiness and success for you. But oftentimes the things that bring us happiness and success are the things that are hardest for us to work towards. And that's why people give up on their dreams. They give up on their dreams. They don't do what they actually want to do because it was too hard, or they didn't know, or whatever. But if you can really move forward in that direction of what your heart wants, that is going to be the game changer for you. That will be the absolute game changer. Okay. And that is what Rising Community is all about. Okay. Nicole's here. She can tell you from the time that we met to now, Nicole is a totally different person, because she made a choice. She made a decision. She went a different direction, and here she is now, moderating my comments, and we work together. We learn tarot together, and her life is going in a whole different direction. And now I'm guiding her towards going on her own path. So it's you have to get connected with the people who are doing what you're doing. If you want to do accounting, get connected with someone who does accounting. If you want to be a personal trainer, go find a personal trainer, go and just start taking the steps, start moving down that road. For them, their challenge is the Page of Cups. So for this energy, for this person down here, they're having to go about things differently emotionally, because with the situation with you, they likely didn't catch on to your emotional cues. They didn't see it. You may have felt like I was being super obvious, there's no way they couldn't tell that I was feeling this way. How can they not see it? But they really didn't. And that kind of, to them, is a testament of how closed off or blocked or repressed they have been. So that's the challenge with them, is that they have to now open up to this whole new side of life that they've never seen before. They just haven't been operating on it. They may have been really, really good at operating maybe on the logical side of things, maybe on the analytical side of things. Maybe they're really, really good at that, but they're not really good at feeling things out. They're not really good at sensing feelings and emotions in other people. So I feel like the challenge here for you is kind of more about doing, and theirs is more about feeling. Okay. So the next step, the action that's going to be going on for you, is the Four of Coins. So you're really going to be able to see and look at your life over the next, I'd say, month or so. You're really going to be able to look at your life and go, which areas of my life are really running dry right now? Which areas of my life really need my attention? Or what would be the areas of my life that if I focus in and I just hyper focus on that one area, could change everything? Because there's likely an area of your life which is probably something you're passionate about, or something you know is going to make your life better, but for some reason it's like you're not putting any energy into it. Maybe it requires a lot of energy, and maybe you're working really hard, or you've been really focused on this and you haven't been focusing on that one specific thing. Now is the time to really focus on that one specific thing, because that is likely, like I said, the key to your happiness and your success. And that ultimately is going to help you, not just with this person, but with any person, with any person. So that's where you're going to be. That's what's going to be happening in February. You're going to be really looking like, oh man, if I could only just improve my finances, if I could only just improve my education, if I could only just improve my relationship with God, if I could only just, get that 6-pack or whatever it is, if I could only just do that one thing. And that's where you're going to start heading. You're not going to know everything. You're not going to know how to do it, but you're going to know that it needs your attention. And when you identify what this area of life is that needs your attention, when you really hyper focus in on that, there is going to be a little moment of time where you go, man, like, why didn't I realize this before? Why didn't I focus on this before? Why was I so distracted with other things? And you're also going to get to know that reason why, because that's the most important thing. When you make a change, it's not just about making a change. It's about understanding, why didn't I make that change before? Why wasn't that a priority before? Why didn't I see that before? What was in my way? What's the core underlying true reason why I haven't taken this seriously? And a lot of you are going to find, that some of this stuff is deep. It's deep. Some of it comes from your childhood. Some of it's the way that you saw, your mom treat your dad, or your dad treat your mom, or something that, you didn't have emotionally as a child. It's going to be it's not just about that surface level. Like when someone has a surface level problem, there's normally a much deeper level problem that if you go down to the core of it, if you go down into the center of the wound and you start working your way through that wound, that's when things are really going to come together. And that's what you're going to be going through. Okay. So February, I feel, is not necessarily a month where you're going to be looking at this person. You're going to be fixing this connection from the inside out, from the true core, from the root. Why do I do this? Why do I act this way? Why do I get upset about this? Why don't I take action on that? Not just, this is what I need to do. Okay. For them, what's going to be going on with them? 5 of Swords. So as they try to integrate in this more like emotional stuff, as they try to, understand that emotional side of them, their logic is going to be fighting them. Like, why are you feeling that way? You've never felt that way. Why do you care about that now? You've never cared about that now. So like they're going to try and take steps forward, and their mind, their ego is going to push them back down. And they're going to try and take a step forward. Their mind's going to push them back down. So that's what they're going to be going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But again, there's something deeper here. There's a deeper reason why. And that's what they have to come into the reality to. And a lot of you guys, just knowing them, may really know what their issue is. You may know. Like, you may know them that well that you're like, yep, I know their issue. But they have to know their issue. They have to see it. It can't be you telling them, oh, that's your problem, right? Because we can tell people their problems all the time, but it's not until that person says, yeah, okay, that is a problem, or I understand it. And the thing about this person is that they likely are very logical, and they need time for their brain to wrap their mind around it. And that's the hardest part. In my opinion, I think the hardest part of my spiritual journey was not letting my ego take the forefront, not letting my logical mind tell me what to do. And that's going to be the thing with this person. And this is also why I'm going to be doing a webinar soon, probably this month, about how to stay grounded during a spiritual awakening, because that's going to be this person's problem. They're going to start to get a little ungrounded. Like the reality that they know is going to change a little bit, and that's going to scare them. That's going to shock them. So that's the thing with them, is them learning how to be a little bit more, how to integrate both sides of themselves without fighting one another. Okay, the outcome for them is the 7 of Swords. So honestly, you know, for this cycle, which is about for February, they're going to still be pulled back away from you. Okay. But this isn't just like, you know, oh, I'm purposely, maliciously trying to hurt you. This is, I like don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't really know how to understand things. I don't really know how to process things. They're going to be sticking to themselves, you know. And you know, a card that has come out in like so many of my readings lately, deception. Deception. Because a lot of them are going to realize that they've been deceiving themselves. You know, the way that they've been thinking about things, or the way that they've been going about things, they haven't been being true to who they are. Or they've known who they are. They've had deeper feelings, but they've knocked them down. They've repressed them down. And they've been putting forth this shell of who they really are into the world, you know, offering just this little portion of them, or showing this persona that isn't really who they are. And that's going to really bug them. That's also going to really bother them too. So that's the thing. You have to understand this person is working through major stuff here. Deep, major stuff. But this needs to happen. This needs to happen. It has to happen. It has to. They can't keep living life the way that they are. They can't keep doing it. Okay? They cannot keep doing it. Okay? So let's go ahead and let's pull some clarifiers here, and let's get a little bit more info, and then we'll do our oracle card spread. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups. Okay. Strength card. Yes, yes, yes. So, you know, a lot of them right now are having to really pull some strength from deep down within in order to get through this. Like, I feel like they know everything's going to be okay. With the Sun card here, they know everything's going to be okay, but they also know that this is a little bit more of a challenging time, and they're not going to know how everything's going to work out. The same way you're not going to know how everything's going to work out, they're not going to know either. But the only thing that's going to keep them through is faith. And I feel like for this person, they probably have been getting a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities. They're starting to piece things together now. And they definitely have faith that things are going to work out. That's all they have. It's the only thing tangible. Because I feel like for some reason, this person, they've had some type of situation happen in their life where something that they thought was stable, something that they thought was always going to be there, has likely been removed from their life. And that has really shaken things up for them. It's shaken up their belief system. It's shaken up, you know, what they think is their reality has changed. And I feel like that's kind of what this Nine of Swords is about too. It's like, if I always thought that one thing was always going to be there and now it's not, or I've been putting a lot of effort and time into this thing and now it's not even there. Some of them are like, what have I been doing this for? You know, what have I been doing this for? Why have I been stressing myself out about this? If it's not even gonna to be here or give me anything. It's not gonna give me it's not gonna reciprocate, or it's not gonna add value to my life. And that's why I feel like for a lot of you, something challenging has happened to them and they maybe have reached out to you because you are someone who is always there. You are someone who is stable. You are someone who is very grounded, or you are someone who can offer them some type of like stability or some type of strength. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Eight of Swords. Yeah, this person is like so anxious, so stressed out, so it's just their mind. It's their mind fighting them. It's their mind stressing them out, causing them fear, causing them doubts. Like their mind is totally spinning right now. A lot of it is self-inflicted because I feel like this person, they really don't have a strong faith foundation. You know, they don't have that like that belief, that strength, you know. Like a lot of you guys may know about divine intervention and divine timing and God and the universe, everything working out for you. They may not have that, or they may have that or know about it, but they don't really use it or believe it or trust it. Because I feel like their mind is more logical and their mind goes, well, in the past, I had faith in this and it didn't work out. So I'm not going to use faith. Like it's that. It's just like, so like, yep, that's it. So let's clarify the Two of Swords for you. What's this choice that they have to make? What's the decision? Two of Swords. Ten of Swords. So yeah, your choice is right now, bottom of the deck, we have the Empress card. Your choice is very simple. You're either going to choose this connection that may be weighing you down, that may be burdening you, that you may feel is just like so much and just not really giving to you, or you're going to choose yourself. It's like that simple. Okay? Or you're going to choose yourself. So it's like, which energy do you like better? Which one do you want to sit in? And like I said, for those of you who are like, oh, well, you know, this or that, but I think they can do this, you know, or they're going to do that. It's like, you can you'll sit in the same cycle again. Like you'll go through the same cycle again. You'll start back at the Page of Swords. But if you choose yourself, you choose to care for yourself, nurture yourself, love yourself, you're going to get a different outcome. And it's likely going to be the exact thing that you've been needing. And maybe you've been testing that out. Maybe you've been sitting here for a little bit. And maybe you're like, you know what? This side is pretty awesome. Like this side's pretty good. So maybe you've had a lot harder. So that's your choice. Which side am I going to go on? Which side have I been doing? Which choice have I been making? And am I going to make the same one or am I going to make a new one? So that's up to you. That is the choice. That is exactly where you're at. And that's where everyone's kind of teetering right now. So maybe some of you have already made the choice and you're like, I'm happy with my choice. Maybe some of you guys are still there. So let's clarify the Page of Swords for them. The Star. So, like I said, they're looking at you. Likely you are, you know, you're really probably, most of you who watch my channel are probably really going to choose yourself. You know, you are going to move forward. You're going to do what you're passionate about. You're going to live a life you're more passionate about. And maybe you've already been doing this. Maybe you've already been doing this, but now you're just taking it to that next level. You know, now you're like, I'm just really going to go for it now. Because I feel like some of you, you know, like I said, for some of you, I feel like this person isn't really that far off. And I feel like they know that they probably knew a whole time that you were not probably far off from achieving your goals and really doing what you wanted to do. Like maybe you're someone who, you know, really did have this like goal and this plan or this vision, but, you know, 2018, that may have gotten lost or it may have been put on the back burner for some reason. So I feel like now they're looking at you like, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? I feel like either way, they're still really optimistic. Like, I think they definitely want the best for you and they're hopeful that everything's going to work out. But I feel for a lot of them, they know that you're going to fly forward. You're going to do you. And they're just like hoping that there's room for them in your life, you know, that they can come back around whenever they can get through this, whenever they're ready to open up more, and that you'll be there and that you'll welcome them back. And maybe they'll have improved. Maybe they'll have something to show for themselves. But I feel like right now they just kind of don't really know. They're just not sure. You know, I don't think they have a lot of concrete answers, a lot of concrete plans. Okay, so let's clarify. Let's clarify the Four of Cups for you. Nine of Cups. So yeah, I think for a moment you're going to be like, oh man, you know, geez, I can't believe I did that, or I can't believe I didn't do that, or I can't believe I haven't seen this. I can't believe I haven't taken this more seriously, or whatever it is. You might kind of beat yourself up for a moment, but I think you're going to really quickly turn around and be like, you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good. I mean, you've probably been good the whole time. You know, you probably have been good the whole time. It's just that this connection has probably really just taken you for a loop and just shown you this like whole other side of yourself. I really think that you are going to move forward and you're going to be pretty fine. You know, if you keep holding on to yourself and put yourself first and go after what your heart wants, you're going to be fine. Okay. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords for them, and then we'll do the Oracle cards. Three of Coins. So what this is doing to them, bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Coins. What this is doing to them is this is encouraging them to take their life to the next level. So I really feel like they have been at one level for a really long time. And they may be really good at their level. Like maybe they're like really good at what they do. But like I said, there's like this whole other side to them that they just like haven't been exploring. This whole other side that they haven't been taking advantage of. Like for a lot of you, this person may be really good at maybe like work. Like maybe they're like really, really good at their work and they're really successful. But they just haven't really been exploring the more like emotional side of life. Like with connections, with friendships, with partnerships, and like really seeing how good that could be. So I do feel that in this time of them, you know, being pulled away, that they are going to take that opportunity or take this chance to kind of make life more into what they want. They're going to level up. They're going to add something to life that's going to make their life more exciting. And this is the year of 3. So it is kind of more about connection. So I really do feel that they are going to like pep up this year. They are going to do a little bit more. They're going to be more active, more lively, especially if there's someone who is more like an introvert, sticks to themselves, just kind of like does one thing or does the same thing. I feel like they're going to be doing different things. They're going to be going out. They're going to be trying new things, meeting new people. And that's going to really just like blow their mind wide open. All right, guys. So I hope that message has helped you. I hope that that gave you like lots of clarity and lots of insight and kind of showed you where things are at right now. Biggest takeaway is that you just have to do what's best for you. And you have to make that choice. You know, you have to make that choice. You know the best choice for you, and you have to make that choice. All right. So let's do oracle cards. Let's see what the most important messages are for you from the oracle cards. Hope you guys are all enjoying this so far. I see lots of action. I just see the chat just going like so much. So hope you guys are all finding this very helpful. All right, so let's get some oracle messages here. So most important message for the person watching this video right now. Okay, 2 messages came out. We have let go of control issues and release your ex. Wow. Most important message for their person, for their soulmate. What do they need to know? Retreat. It is time for you to disconnect from the world. Okay, good message. And for the connection, heart-to-heart conversations. Okay, all right. Bottom of the deck, we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So like I said, you're working on your partnership, but you're just doing it in a different way. You're not doing it together. You're not doing it collectively. You're doing it individually so that you guys can both come to the table as individuals. Like when you guys first met, maybe, you know, you guys kind of completed each other. Maybe like you were half and they were half. So it just like made a whole. But then when you guys were brought apart or things got hard or there was other situations, like you kind of felt that other half missing, or you felt like there was some type of void, you know, and they felt that void too. So it's now you guys are creating whole individual lives. So give it a chance, but just know that it's going to take time. And that time, I mean, guys, for some of you, it could be years. So it really just depends on how committed you are. It really depends on how motivated you are and how much you believe in this person, how much you believe in yourself, and how much you believe in this partnership. And this is really like what I preach and I talk about in Rising Community, is because, you know, a lot of you are going to be doing this alone. So you might as well come in with a group of people who are right on that bus with you and do it together, because you're so much stronger together. When you're isolated, there's so many things that can go wrong. But when you're together, when you have other people holding you up and pulling you up and bringing you along, that's the game changer. That's the game changer. Okay. All right. So the message that comes out for you is let go of control issues and release your ex. Okay. So that's where we're at right now. It's really time to release them onto their path, wish them well, do it with love. Let them go. Let them go. And let them go doesn't mean they're gone, they're dead, it's never coming back, I hate them, you know, that's like so dramatic. Okay, because they're not done. It doesn't feel done. And a lot of you guys probably know that. That's why you're here, because you know it's not done. You just know it's like done right now. It's like not, it's like a not now. The universe is like, not right now. Like, go do your thing. Come back later. Like, we're busy. And that's the thing. Like, the universe is busy working on you, working on them. But they can't get to work until you let go of your control issues. That's like the first step. You got to let go of control. You got to let go of control. You got to stop trying to make everything work. You have to focus on yourself. If you want to control anything, you can control your day-to-day. That's another game changer. Control your day-to-day. You can control your life, how you feel on a day-to-day basis, if there's anything you want to control. But this situation, you've got to let it go. You've got to release it. Does it mean you can't talk about it then? Does it mean you can't think about them? Does it mean you can't wish them well? Of course not. Of course you can. It just means that you're not expecting anything. You're not holding out. You're not waiting. You're not limiting your life because of them. That's the difference. Now, the message that comes out for them is retreat. It's time for you to disconnect from the world. Okay, so I feel like some of them are a little too connected to everything around them, and they're not connected enough to themselves. They need to connect to themselves. Okay? Some of them may be really, 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 really heavily involved in something or heavily involved with someone in a situation, and they need to let that go. They need to get out of that situation. This person needs to get out of whatever situation they're in. They need to go on a trip, okay? They need to go on a trip. They need to go on a vacation. They need to just have a little time off. They need to turn their phone off. They need to take a couple of days off work. And they need to figure out how they feel, not what they think. Not what they think, what they feel. And that may be really, really, really different for them. The card that comes out for the connection is heart-to-heart conversations. So if you do get to talk to this person, you need to clearly say what you want. Clearly. Not, oh, hey, what's up? Hi. No, it's like, no, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? I'm busy. What do you want? You know, it's just like, it's blunt. It's to the point. Be honest. There's no, oh, I don't know what they're going to say and this. It's, no. You have to just say, you have to speak your truth. You both have to speak your truth. You have to be more honest. Okay? Not the, this is what I think they want to hear. It's the, this is what they need to hear. Okay, this is what they need to hear. And I'm telling you guys, I had this heart-to-heart conversation, and I told my person what he needed to hear, and it was not what he wanted to hear. But you know what? Look at where I'm at right now. Like, look at what I'm doing right now. Like, you just have to cut through the BS with them. They don't get it. They're very, like, they just don't get it. Like we talked about, they don't get things. They don't pick up on those types of things. So you just have to say what you want to say. Okay? All right, let's get messages to and from each other. What's the most important message that this person wants to tell the person watching this video right now? What would they want to tell you? Codependency. What's the most important message that you would want to tell them? Oh my goodness, a million messages come out from you. I'm not going to take all of these, but there's a lot of things you want to say. Okay, what's the most important thing that they need to hear? Unrequited love. Okay, that has come out a lot too in this exact position. And then one final message here. Okay, reconciliation. Okay, all right. Bottom of the deck, we have trust. So you really have to trust that what's going on, both of you really have to trust right now that what's going on is for the best. You both have to have faith that this is best for you. Even if it's not what you want, it is likely exactly what you need. Both of you. Okay? What they want to tell you is codependency. Okay, so there's something that you rely on, there's something that you need to release. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy, okay? But there may be something, and everyone's going to know that, or the thing that you do to escape your problems or ignore your problems. And for me, you know what this was? Not just with this connection, but in a past connection, the way I would deal with things, I would eat food. That was my issue. And right now I'm on a 21-day fast, you know, trying to eat better and not just run to food when I have problems, actually run to myself and go, what's the issue? You know, that was what I did. I hid in food. Oh, let's order pizza. Oh, let's go to Taco Bell. Let's go here, you know, to like not deal with the real problem. So like everyone here knows the real problem. Everyone here knows exactly what they are doing or they're not doing. And it doesn't have to be, like I said, it doesn't have to be a crazy addiction. Some of you may just be depending on other people for things in your life that you can do yourself, you know, and everyone's had a different life, a different circumstance, but it's really time to like start to think of how can I work out of those situations? How can I get out of that situation so I can be fully independent? Okay. So that's another key piece there, right here. The message that you would want to tell them is unrequited love. So it's like the way they're treating you right now, the way they're acting towards you, like what they're doing is not okay by you. Like you're not okay with not hearing from them. You're not okay with, you know, there being no concrete plans. You're not okay with the way they're acting or, you know, whatever situation that they're in, whatever it is, totally different for everyone, but whatever it is, you're not okay with what they're doing. You're not going to put up with it. You know you're worth more. You know you deserve more. So it's like done. You're like done with that. You know, you're done. You're not going to do whatever they're doing. They have to do something different. They have to come to the table with new energy. You're not going to keep following them around and playing this cat and mouse game with them or the waiting game. You're not doing it. And that's what you got to say. If you haven't said it, you have to say it. Okay. And then the final card is reconciliation. So I really do feel that for a lot of you, if you haven't really been talking to this person, you probably are going to talk to them, but that is your opportunity to have this heart-to-heart conversation. That is your opportunity to say what you really want, what you really feel. And you know what will be the response for a lot of you when you say what you want? Nothing. It'll be nothing. You won't hear anything. You know, you won't, and the reason you're not going to hear anything is because they don't know. They don't know the answer. But they can never solve the problem if you don't give them the problem. You have to tell them what the problem is first, and then they can work it out. They can figure it out. But for some of them, it's going to take a lot of time. Like some of you may want marriage and kids, and that may be a path you walk down for years. You know, that may be a path you walk down for years. There may be so many ups and downs. But it's just really important that while you're on this path that you say what you need to say. Okay? And you have to get over, if you have that people-pleasing nature in you, you have to get over that. You have to remove that. You have to say what you want to say, and you have to work on your codependencies. Okay, you have to do this in order to get out of this cycle. All right? So I hope that this has helped you guys. I hope that this has been, you know, either it's been a confirmation for you, either it's been clarity for you, or it's been, you know, just something that you just like really needed to hear and something that's going to get you on the right track for February. Because I really feel like if you can start this year off strong, you're going to zoom through the year. Okay. And even when things pop up, you're going to know where you're going. And if you don't know where you're going at, if you don't have your vision yet, if you don't have your goals set out yet, if you don't know your mission, if you don't know your purpose, get in Rising Community. That's exactly what we do there. That's exactly what we do there is we nail that stuff down. That was the first section that we did, was all about that. And where we are right now is all about foundation. Once you have that, once you know where you're going, it's about building up on that. Start building that house. And that's where we're in right now. We're in the foundation. Okay, so far we've talked about creating a perfect morning routine for success. We've talked about boundaries, which is so important. You have to have good boundaries. And then last week or this week, we talked about budgeting, you know, learning how to manage and budget your money. So important. So These are the type of things that we talk about that maybe like, you know, but you just don't like really know, like you don't really have it like written down, or you don't really have it like concrete in your head, or maybe you lost it. Like maybe you were doing that, but you're just kind of off track or whatever, you know, and that's fine. The point is that you have to get up at some point. It's fine to be down, but you have to get up. You have to just take the first step, like we saw. All right. So that info will be here in the chat. It'll be down below. It's on all of my videos. Just check it out at least. We do daily videos over there that are going to help to get your mind where it needs to be. Like every single day. This is an everyday process. That's the thing. This is an everyday process. Every day you have to wake up and you have to make the choice to do what's best for you every single day. So that's what we do there. I help to empower you and strengthen you, and we do it together. We do it as a group. Okay. We do full out readings just like this every single Saturday. So you get a reading just like this, and then you get that training module. So for $1 a day, that's definitely an investment you can make in yourself. And if you haven't been investing in yourself, make 2019 the year that you start investing in yourself. Okay. All right. So if you missed it, if you weren't here in the beginning, don't forget about Goddess Night and God Night. It's going to be amazing, super informative, help to set you up specifically for whatever energy you're in, or learn more about that other energy, how it works, and what you can do to facilitate it. So those links will be down below. They also are here as well. All right. So don't miss out on those. Start investing in yourself. 2019, invest in yourself. Okay. All right. I'm just going to pop into the chat and just see what's going on. And then I'm going to call it a night. I see lots of good comments here. Myasia, I'm glad this is what you needed to hear. Savannah's going to light a candle for her throat chakra. That is awesome. Good for you. TJ says he may need to look into the community. Yeah, I definitely think you should. Just check it out. Just go look at it. You can't see a lot of it because a lot of it's private, because it's for the people who are in, but you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, definitely. And I'd love to have you there. If you have any questions, just let me know. Karen said, best reading in history. Wow, thank you. That is a very, very nice comment. I really appreciate that. And you're very, very welcome. And yes, see you in the community. I would love to see you there, Karen. Love to see you. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys have no idea how much this means to me. This exactly what I'm doing is a part of my vision. This is exactly what I wanted to do. This is something that I thought about, and the fact that it's happening and that you guys join in on it and you say kind things to me and you watch my videos, that means the world to me. And I want to help other people to achieve their goals and their dreams so you can have that same feeling, because there's nothing that feels better. So thank you guys sincerely for being here. Thank you guys all for giving your thumbs up. Thank you guys all for subscribing, watching my videos, purchasing the extendeds, everything. It means the world. So I hope you guys all have a great night, and I will see you guys very soon. All right. Have a good night.